Hello guys, so today we will look at some shops that are already selling the singles in Europe, mainly in France, and what prices they are selling the cards for, and then we will look at some prices at eBay and finally at Japan market. So let's begin. So here we have a French store, I believe, that is called Card Joer, but I just call it always Japanimation, because if you search in Google Japanimation cards, you will get the store, I believe. I'm not sure why they changed their name. So let's see what they are suggesting. So we already can see that they have way much better prices than at the eBay. They have common and rares for like 30 cents, 75 cents and so on. That is amazing. We also have the Upamon for €2.50, which is a bit expensive, but this card maybe it is worth it. Maybe Upamon is good, you know. So yeah, we see some other Agumon for €1.50. Agumon from the Dash Pack or alternative art is €20. Well, that means that dash packs are actually very nice, because you get the cards that are worth about €20. But of course we should take those prices with a grain of salt, as it's not even January yet. So yeah, what else do we have here? Yeah, common and rares, I can see that they are still in stock. Garudamon Digimon €5, but that is a super rare, I believe. So €5 for a super rare is super nice. As you can see, a lot of super rares are not that expensive as some people think they are. Wargreymon Digimon €8. Alternative art is already out of stock at 35. I believe Hokatsu or this site, they opened like 1 or 2 cases. Okay, let's see what do we have here. Gabumon rare, €2. Okay, I mean, I like Gabumon. Alternative art €30. Okay. Zugamon super rare, only €6. That is nice, and it is still in stock, and it's not even a January. So guys, calm down, don't buy those cards for super expensive. They will go down. We can see alternative art out of stock for 25. We can see Metal Garumon super rare, only €8. We can see Magna Angemon Digimon alternative art 25, and it is still in the stock, meaning this card probably going to go down definitely. And we have simple one, the super rare for €12, which I believe also going to go down, because this site, when I buy card Fight Vanguard on this site usually has the bigger prices than other sites. So if that is already the bigger prices than the other sites, then you can imagine what's going to happen in January. But also, as this game is super new and super fresh, not all sellers has the idea what cards should cost, so they are only experimenting in the beginning. We can see Seraphimon Digimon super rare for €6.50. That is also a nice card. Tantamon is €1. So this seller might actually have the idea what cards are all about, because Tantamon is actually a good card, and currently in Japan the stores are actually buying it from the other players to stock up. I believe it just has something to do with the new trial deck that is coming out in Japan. So yeah, we can see already some green commons being a bit more expensive than others, just because for the future perspectives. Okay, now we see a lot of cards that are out of stock. So Kabuterimon is out of stock. Yes, that doesn't surprise me. For 5 euros it is really good price, and I believe it is usable card in the new trial deck that Japan just got. Rosemon only 4 euros. I mean, it's super cheap. Alternative art is out of stock for 20. Omnimon is out of stock for 60 euros. Okay, this one is going to be the most wanted card, right? And alternative art is 125. Someone on the eBay bought Omnimon alternative art for $400, but I believe that might be a fake one. You know, people just buying from themselves to higher up the market price. So I would not consider eBay a source. Okay, we have tamers. So full art tamers are 5 euros each, and they already out of stock. Usually toppers are not that expensive, but yeah, maybe you only get like 4 or 3 per case, so maybe that is why it is like 5 euros. We still have Takashi for 5 euros and Mimi Tachikawa left for 5 euros. Okay, let's move on. Okay, commons, rares, cheap, staple, flower cannon, 2 euros. That is, yeah, nice. They still have the alternative art for 20, so maybe it is actually good price because it is a staple. And they have Metal Greymon Secret Rare out of stock for 20 euros. Well, that actually might be a good price. And they also have out of stock the alternative art. Well, I don't blame those people who bought it. It is actually, I think, very nice price. Vidramon 20 out of stock, and Vidramon alternative art, they still has it for the 40. So that might be actually a pretty nice price. Okay, Sidramons, super rare 6 euros, Sidramon super rare, I believe, like only 1 euros, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's rare, right? It's rare. It just has so super fancy art. Okay, alternative art of Galantumon Digimon alternative is out of stock, and they have still Sidramon super rare for 20. Okay. That is okay-ish. What else do we have? Pupemon, it is rare, 1 euros. Okay. Alternative art for 20. Okay. Let's go to the second page. Nothing special yet. Okay. As we can see that a lot of alternative arts are actually out of stock. That is probably because of the nostalgia. People do not want to risk it. They will pay more money now than don't find the cards later. But I believe you will find them in January, a lot of them. And we can see that they still have the Mechanedramon Digimon for 25 and War Greymon Digimon for 6. Pidamon, only 5 euros, that is very nice price. 25 for alternative, and it is also out of stock. Okay, Metal Gurumon Purple. Super rare is only 3 euros. Oh my god, I might even take this one myself just into my collection. I mean, maybe it's not usable, that's why it is so cheap, but 3 euros for a foil card? Alternative art still in the stock. Millennium Digimon, 15 euros. Alternative art 25 for the Diaboromon. And Diaboromon 5 euros. I mean, yeah, guys, don't buy those super rares for like 20 euros each. It is not a VR in Vanguard. It is only a super rare, and there's like 10 foils in the box. It's not one per box, and cards who are one per box are usually like 20 or 40 euros max, and those are like, in this situation we have 10 foils and 20 super rares in the whole case. So don't go mad, just wait for the January. Okay, Sora is out of stock, the alternative art. Joa is also out of stock for the alternative art. We still have Kari. Well, I mean, it's a bit shocking for me because yellow tamers are going to be definitely used in the future with the shiny Greymon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a bit a shock that others are out of stock and those are not. Tai Kami is also 5 euros. Mat Ishida out of stock, also 5 euros. I mean, that is just wow. Belzamon, Digimon, 40 euros. Alternative art, 90 euros. Wow, is this card that good? I will need to check that out. Because wow, alternative art bought at $90 euros, right? Blue Leopardamon alternative art still in the stock, 25. Yellow alternative art still is 15 euros. And super rares are like just 5 euros. Okay, Lilymon, 4 euros. I mean, I would have definitely bought that one for 4 euros. And it is out of stock. And alternative art is also out of stock. Okay, so that is all from the Hokatsu or the cardjoer.com. You should check this site out sometimes. Sometimes they have good prices. Okay, now let's move to the other shop. So we have Parkage. I like this shop a lot because Parkage just... This guy probably has so much to do on his hands that he does not look into much prices and cards, you know. So we see the common playset like 6 euros, 7 euros. I'm not sure if that includes all the commons, but that is nice. We have promo cards that are not for sale, but he is selling them, and each of them are 5 euros. I'm thinking to pick up the Gaomon for 5 euros. I really want this card, but I'm hoping to get in my locals, but maybe I should pick it up at Parkage. Okay, let's move to the second page. Garurumon, 10 euros. Oh, those are the promos that you get as a toppers. So all the toppers that you get, it is actually about up to 10 euros, right? Vidramon 0 is 5 euros, Taikamiya 5 euros, and so on. Then we have rare and commons. You can see again that Upamon is still more expensive than others. So let's just give those a bit. Okay, Agumon, alternative art 15 euros, and it's already out of stock. I don't blame them. Okay, rares, commons, cheap ones. So again, Garudamon is 5 euros, the same as the Hokatsu. Wargreymon 6 euros, so it's a bit cheaper than Hokatsu. Wargreymon 25 still in the stock, and it is cheaper than Hokatsu. Okay, Gabumon a little bit cheaper, and the alternative art for 15 euros is out of stock. Okay, let's move to the next page. Rare, commons, Sudamon, 6 euros, out of stock. Metal Garurumon 6 euros, out of stock. Alternative, oh no, this one is still in the stock. Alternative art is out of stock, right? I also would prefer alternative arts, but it is a bit too much to pay that much for the whole playsets and so on. Okay, nothing special. Alternative art, Magna Angemon 25 still in stock. So the prices are actually very similar to Hokatsu. Seraphimon 6 euros, but it is a bit cheaper. Tantamon 50 cents. Right. Lilymon 1 euros. Kabuterimon 5 euros still in stock, so this one might be actually a good pickup. Rosemon is also 4 euros, also nice pickup. Alternative art 20 euros. Onmenon, whoa. And this is where you know that some shops do not actually keep in touch with the meta. As we can see that Omnimon for super rare it is 6 euros. I mean, I would definitely pick all of those on myself. So someone who picked those up, they were really lucky. And we have alternative arts for 25. Oh gosh. So yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. Let's move on. Yeah, I'm still shocked about that. So alternative arts from the tamers are like 5 euros each, like everybody else. Woo, that Omnimon, oh god. Like in the United States, someone's buying those from the eBay for 400 and someone got for $6 or $25. Ooh, flower cannon 50 euros. I might actually pick that up too, as I'm probably going to play green and blue, and that is a staple one. Metal Greymon Secret Rare 50 euros. I mean, that is, I don't know, maybe that is expensive. 60 euros for the alternative art. Well, this one is way much better. I would definitely buy for the 60 euros than for 50 euros. Okay, other secret rares are also a bit expensive. 50, 60, I mean, he opened the cases, he knows how the pull rates works. So maybe the Omnimon, maybe he just got a lot of Omnimons and then he thought that, you know, it's cheap card. Okay. I think we are reaching the end. How come he has so many pages? Hokatsu only had 2 pages. War Greymon 6 euros, War Greymon 25 euros still in the stock. Mechindramon is out of stock, both. Is that super rare? No, it's rare. It is just super fancy artwork. Oh, he still has Pidamon for 6 euros. That is a nice pickup, as you're probably going to use 4 of them in your deck maybe. And alternative art is out of stock. Yeah. Metal Greymon 4 euros, Metal Greymon alternative art 20, Diabramon 5, Diabramon 25 still in the stock, Millennium 12 still in the stock, Sora 5, Joa 5, Kari 5, Kamiya 5, Matt Ishida 5 out of stock. Belzamon, 50 euros. Wow, alternative art sold out at 60 euros. Whew. Leopard, 25. Alternative art, right? Kentosaurus, alternative art, 20. Okay, last page. Lilymon, 4, still in the stock. Oh my gosh, maybe I should pick this one after I finish this video. Alternative art, 20 euros, out of stock. Damn, I want that alternative art too. Okay, and just a quick look at the eBay. So yeah, you should not use eBay as a source. We can see Omnimons at ridiculous prices from 100 euros. So yeah, guys, don't use eBay for now. Metal Greymon, alternative art, is also just too much. I mean, I know that it's a Charizard, but And what is here? Also just bunch of crap prices. Well, Kentosaurus again from France. So we noticed that France has much more cheaper prices than others. So when you're trying to buy cards, you can search France. And again, Lilymon. So those are the Japanese ones. Speaking of which, we can just take a look at the Japanese prices. So in the Japanese prices, we have in Japan super cheap prices. Lilymon is a bit more expensive, like 5 times than others, but if you look into it and if you like me looking into it, then please comment below. But yeah, we should actually sometimes look at Japanese prices and then put up a little bit. For example, we can see Omnimon for 5,000 yen, so it is about 40 euros, and then we can just add more extra 5 euros and you will get the European prices. That is usually what happens, because Japanese prices are the cheapest one, but we usually just add up something and then everything else is done by the people who buys them. And here we can see the buy list, meaning the shops buy those cards at the current meta in Japan. So we can see the alternative art is actually 8,000 yen. So that means that this card is actually about 50 euros, 60 euros, and this is the buying price. But again, you shouldn't take it you should take it with a with grain of salt, as not always it is that way, as I'm saying. Yeah, alternative art, they are buying it for 700, alternative art buying for 155. So this one is about $10, this one is about $7, right? Simple Omnimon is $30. I don't know why Pargage didn't look at this side before putting prices on his Omnimons. So yeah, Phantomons, uncommons, yeah. So yeah, that is all for today's video. We can see that France and Greece has like the most cheaper prices at the beginning, so in the January you can try to hunt down those. And yeah, if you like this one, click the like button, comment below what would you like to see in the market watch, and see you in the next episode. Montai!